Good evening, everybody. I hope this finds you well. Gonna wait for some people to hop on. And I'm going to share this video on my page. So let's do that. Why can I not share this? Okay, maybe that's why. I hope you guys are having a good evening. It's not letting me share my video. That makes me very sad. Why won't it let me share? Alright, well, I'll just have to share it afterwards when I'm done. Alright, so tonight we are making 3 super simple cards. So I'm going to be making 3 super simple cards using the Magnolia Suite before it goes away. Things are making me angry. So I'm going to make this card, and let me get the last one. This card. Excuse me. Maybe this will work. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright. So, we're making these 3 cards today. Super simple. Honestly, with everything going on, I did not have the brain capacity to make some super difficult cards. So simple it is. But first things first. If you're not aware, I am hosting a virtual annual catalog launch party on the 14th of June over on my Facebook page. So make sure you check that out. The link will be in the description when I get done. I do have a new newsletter that I am putting together. I will put that link in the description box, or you can go to my website, thedreamercreative.com. Click on the newsletter button at the very top. Be good to go. That's the butt. God bless America. You know, I've been looking for how to share this, and I could not figure it out, like, for the life of me, and I just figured it out. Because I'm special, and I'm blonde. So, let's do this currently. Oh, gosh. So, if you haven't figured out, the 2019-2020 annual catalog, today is the last day to order from it before it goes away. Tomorrow afternoon, the new catalog goes live. Tomorrow afternoon, the new catalog does go live, and I'm excited. Hey, Susan, so nice to see you. Hope you are doing well. And the last thing is I am hosting a virtual crop this month But now that I say that, I forget exactly when the date is. So I will post the date in the description box so that way you guys can see that there will be a virtual crop hosted, probably here in the group or on Zoom. I have not figured out which, but one of those two methods we will be hosting the crop. This month, everybody can work on their projects from the comfort of their own home. So if you missed it, these are the 3 cards that we will be making today. The Magnolia Suite does retire after today. The stamps and the dies stay with us, but the paper, the DSP and whatnot will be going away, which is very sad, but there's still a lot you can do without the DSP. I just happened to use this piece of DSP. Also, fun thing about this is later on this week or next week, I will show you how you can take this layout and replicate it across different suites, different papers, different sentiments, different ways to use the same layout. Thank you, Susan. So that is coming up. I think that's everything. So let us get started. Alright, I feel like I am like super close, so I'm sorry. I'm going to raise this up a little bit because I feel like I have like no room to work. So this particular card does use the Stamparatus, which is not something that we use very often, at least not in my videos. I gotta clean this up. I mass cut a whole bunch of paper and the big trimmer that I was using apparently didn't like it. So I gotta clean up that edge real quick, because you can't have a crazy looking edge on my card. So this is a half sheet of 8.5 by 11 cut on the short end. So it is 4 1/4 by 11. And we are going to score it. That's not right. That is 5.5 by 11. We're going to score it at 4 1/4. I don't know why I have to go over things so many different times with my scoring tool or my cutting tool, but I do. So card base is a side folding 4 1/4 by 5.5. Then you have a piece of, let me put this out of the way. You're not sideways, yeah. I know, I tried very hard to not be sideways today, Susan, I promise. 4 1/4 by 5.5. We have a piece of basic black, which is 4 by 5 1/4. It's gonna layer like that, and then our card front is another piece of Whisper White, which is 3 3/4 by 5. So that way everything layers all nice and fancy. So, like I said, using my Stamparatus, just because it is such a big image, I actually don't have a stamp block big enough for this particular stamp. So I have to use a Stamparatus. The trick that I always use is I put a stamp case underneath my stamp when you guys can't even see it. You have no idea what I'm talking about. But I always put a stamp case underneath my Stamparatus on the side where I am doing the inking, just so that way I have a steady surface to work on. And then I gotta check and make sure that I stamp this in the right place. I must have been using this for another card because I don't remember where I had placed. Did I not? Let me check my measurements real quick because this measurement does not look right. No, so that is 4. That's 4 by 5 1/4. So this piece is too small, because that stamp should fit according to the card that I made earlier today. Yep, okay. So I do have a lot of cardstock that is already pre-cut just to make videos and my life easier, especially with how often I spend time making cards. So, and then I just put some memento on my stamp, and then switch it over. So I do, like I said, I don't have a stamp block big enough. Yeah, I don't think Stampin' Up! Has one big enough for this, so I always use my Stamparatus. The bonus to using the Stamparatus is if you don't get it stamped in the exact right place the first time, like I think I'm missing like half of a whole leaf up there, you just restamp it. Super easy. Or your whole card base comes with it. Just gotta be careful that you don't make a mess. This one is gonna be slightly different, and I'm not 100% sure why, but that is okay. And then we're gonna take the sentiment from this stamp set that says thanks. Find a stamp block. And just stamp in the corner. Super simple. So now is the fun part. Now I take a black. I take my, I have the re-inker for the memento. Take my black, take the re-inker. I put one little drop there on the corner. You don't need a whole lot for this. Take my aqua painter, add some water to it. Just a drop will do. You mix it up, and then you just flick it off the edge. And that's how I get fun little paint splatters all across my card. Now the thing is, you gotta remember to clean up right after, or else you will get ink all over the place. This time I was a little more wet than I was last time. Even on my mat, because I made this card earlier, like I said, and I got ink all over the inside of the card. Super easy to clean up. You literally just wipe it. Do you ever clear emboss? Yes, yes I do. I do clear emboss, but I'm not coloring on this card today, Susan. I am literally leaving this card this color. But yes, I do clear emboss. And I have colored with it, but it's not very often. Alright, so then we're just going to take, not sure what that is. This is not the right, why is nothing looking the right way today? That's right, and then this is, that one is not right. So, fun story. Gotta cut this one down. So, the stamped image is 5 by, that's just weird. So that is 4 inches. By 5 1/4. My black, oh, because my black is not quite, the basic black panel that I cut was a different size. Okay, well, we're rolling with it today, y'all. Rolling with the changes, right? So how are you doing today, Susan? How's your week going? Alright, so take this. I'm excited. I have my order ready for tomorrow, so that way I can place it before everything goes away, goes on back order, whatever is gonna happen. I'm ready to go for tomorrow. Can't wait to try the new adhesive that we have. Speaking of, I just ran out. Because it always happens in the middle of a live video, doesn't it? Oh, wrong drawer. Ow. Luckily, I do keep extra adhesive on hand just for this purpose. Or nice. Did you guys have fun? What did you guys do? Anything cool? Right now I don't really want to leave my house unless I have to with the craziness going on, in all honesty. So yeah. Didn't notice. Yes, ma'am, it is in the catalog. That's the new card, or that's the card. Let me look. Susan, if you look on page, give me a second, because I cannot show you the catalog until tomorrow. Cannot show you the inside of the catalog until tomorrow. So, adhesives are on page 162, Susan. 162, we're getting a new one of these. We've got some adhesive sheets, some foam adhesive sheets, all of it. What is SB, Susan? I don't know what that is off the top of my head. I probably should, because I feel like silly asking that question, but I can't think of what SB stands for. Sub? No, not sub. I don't know. But yeah. First card is done. There is a slight difference because this layer is a different size. My mistake, but it's still fun to have a different variety of your cards. Oh, Starbucks. That was a blonde moment if I've ever had one. So this is the next card we're going to work on. It helps if you have things pre-cut for Facebook Lives, because then they don't take forever, because then you don't have to sit there and watch me cut everything. Alright, so same thing. Basically just expect my card bases to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 and side folding, because for some reason that's my preference right now. It used to be top folding, the thin top folding cards, but now I do side folding, so fun. This card is super simple, just uses some DSP. I'm very sad that this DSP is going away. I really am, because I really enjoyed the Magnolia Lane DSP. It was super pretty, super subtle. I love the flowers. But it's leaving us. It's leaving us. Lee and I were going to go to Starbucks today, Susan, but he decided the line was too long and came home instead. So, see, this card is going to come together in just minutes, and that's why it's so much fun, and you can repurpose the layout for anything, or for any suite. So we're going to take our memento. This piece of white is 4 inches by, I want to say, 1 inch. Okay, let's see. Yep, it's 4 by 1 inch. The black is 4 by 1 1/4 inches. We're just gonna layer. So they're keeping the Stampin' Up! And not the paper. Yeah, but honestly, that's what they've done the entire time that I have been a demonstrator, Susan, is the paper gets one catalog and then the paper goes away, but the stamps will stay because the stamps are super popular. Gotta make room for new DSP. Alright, there we go. And then we're just going to put this, hopefully the right direction, towards the bottom. There we go. I did get this idea from somebody on Pinterest, and I will put the link to the creator of this card on when I get done with this video. Wasn't bad. I don't think we went to that one. I don't know. We might not have gone down that far, because we were coming off of Cliffdale, and I wanted lunch, so we went to Firehouse for lunch. So yeah, I don't think I went to that one by Michael's today. It's honestly, it's the one I usually go to because Lee works over there near that one, so I'll go to that one if I'm bringing him coffee. Because sometimes I'm nice. Alright, so the very last card that we are making is this one, Thinking of You. Super simple. Again, I got the idea from somebody on Pinterest. I will link them because I want to give credit where credit is due. Crumb cake is 4 by 5 1/4. Now, we're going to take this. We first need to clean. I need to clean my stamp off because I'm going to use different colored ink. And then I'm going to put this in the corner and I'm going to reposition this to do what I want. Using crumb cake ink, we are just gonna stamp the corners so that way it gives us a little bit of a flower. Flip it over, do the same thing. So that way 2 of my corners have some of the magnolia on it. Just for a bit of decoration. Super simple. I need to replace that. I'm gonna clean that off later. Alright, so I did use the Stitch So Sweetly dies, which thankfully are carrying over into the new catalog. Stitch So Sweetly dies, and then I used a sentiment from, oh lord, I about threw all my stamp sets. From the second Good Morning Magnolia, I'm going to use the Thinking of You sentiment. I need to clean that stamp off. If you don't have a stamp chamois, I'm going to ask you why. And if you do have one, how do you store it? Do you store it like that, like I do? Or do you store yours a different way to keep it usable? Now I need Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to try to do this without headbutting my phone. But that's a lot easier to do when you don't have something right over top and you can actually pull it down to your head. But it's okay. Now I'm just going to need a plastic container. What kind of plastic container do you need? Do you need a stamp case, Susan? I got some of those. If that's what you need for your chamois or whatever, let me know. And I can bring it to class when we have class in a couple weeks. Alright, the next thing that we are going to do is I need another piece of DSP. Not DSP. I need another piece of cardstock. Just gonna put that there. Gonna take for your chamois, yes. Okay, I gotcha. I can make that happen for you. Alright, so now, okay, I did save the memento. Now I'm just going to take the small flower and I'm just going to stamp it twice on the actual card in a way that I can die cut it because that was just silly. Just shoot me a text to remind me, Susan, because I will forget. But if you shoot me a text, I'll see it, and I can put one aside for you. Alright, so now, I'm going to pull out some blends. If you are not aware, in the new catalog, you can only buy the blends as a set. You cannot buy them individually because they sell better as a set. So just a heads up. So I am using Soft Suede. dark soft suede, and then the combos of Mossy Meadow and Petal Pink. To color these really quick. So wherever there is dark on the stamp that the designer came up with is where I put dark lines, or I color, depending on what kind of stamped image I am working with. If you remember. Fair enough. I will try to remember to do that right after this live, but we both know how my brain works some days. And then I take the light color and just color it over. Try to blend it if possible. Make it look more realistic as much as you can for a two-dimensional image. And also for not sitting right on top of it, because when I color this not on camera, I'm like right over the image so I can see what I'm doing. Super simple. And if you didn't want to actually color these like this, there is, in the DSP, there was a piece of paper that had a small flower in it, and you can just die cut that out if that is your preference. But these I figured were simple enough to color. They're quick enough. So I figured why not. You always start with the dark, then I move to the light color, just to make it look a little more realistic. And if it seems a little dark in the beginning, wait till it dries. The image will dry and it will look better, or it'll look more like it's supposed to. Let's put it that way. I say that because the first time I started coloring with this Petal Pink in particular, I was like, why is that so dark? It lightens up. Alright, the last thing we're gonna do is make some room. Because we're gonna use the die cutting machine. So, tomorrow, if you don't have a catalog, I can show you what our new die cutting machines are gonna look like. We cannot order them yet, even as demonstrators, not even tomorrow. But they will come to us sometime in this catalog year, and then we'll have a new die cutting machine. We'll have 2 new die cutting machines, actually, which is super exciting. So now, just trying to line this up to get the best image, and I'm going to die cut it real quick. Careful not to move that off of the image because I've done that probably 3 times today. You don't have to roll it through twice or forward and backwards like I do. It's just a habit, because sometimes I don't always get the best, or sometimes it doesn't always. They look like spellbinders. Yes, I believe you are correct. They fold up and everything, and that I think is what I'm most excited about, is they'll take up less room than this Big Shot. Love the Big Shot. I've been using it for a couple years now, but it takes up a lot of room. So I'm excited for ones that are gonna fold. And I keep tripping over this thing because I leave it on the floor while I'm working. Alright. Where is carbon? Okay. So this is simple. Now I'm just gonna adhere the flowers to the sentiment. So doing this, you could either use the adhesive like I did, but for this back one, I'm actually going to use some of the dots. Dots, you can either buy mini glue dots from the catalog, or these are actually from Paper Pumpkin. I have a bunch from Paper Pumpkin, so I'm going to use them all. But it's just super simple. Like I said, I didn't really have the creative capacity today to make complicated cards, so I tried to make easy ones. And when you're not sure, when you know you want to create something but you're not sure what you want to do, you don't have any ideas, go look on Pinterest. Pinterest is my saving grace because it's where I find a lot of my ideas. And then I put my spin on them to make them my cards and bring them to you guys. I do use a lot of dimensionals. I think we talked about this last week. Don't judge me. All right. These come off really quickly. So, if you didn't see in the new catalog, also on the adhesives page, I think I said 162. I don't know off the top of my head, but I think that's what I said. We have the regular dimensionals, and then we do have black dimensionals. They came out around Halloween time, actually, or in the fall catalog last year, with the Halloween projects, but they are coming back. Before I do that, let's not be long. Let's adhere the panel with the flat adhesive before we do that. Now, most of my cards, I do leave the white border or whatever color the cardstock border is. I will leave that. So I always cut my panels accordingly. Put this as close to the middle and straight as I can. All right, and voila. Cards are done. So, super quick today. Also helps when I pre-cut everything. That way you guys don't have to sit there and watch me cut it off. Alright. So there will be, you can always catch the replay on my page, or I'm going to post the video up on YouTube. There will be a coordinating blog post that goes live. But yeah, here we go. Super, super quick cards. Tomorrow, the new catalog goes live. I'm super excited. Also, if I didn't tell you, I might have, I don't remember. The host code for June, right there. If you order from me during the month of June and your order is over $50, then you will get a present from me. So, just remember, this is posted on my blog if you don't remember it. But you will get a present from me if you use that code during the month of June when you place an order over $50. If your order is over $150, do not use that code. You will still get a gift from me. But, alright guys, I will see you next week on Tuesday. Bye.